Sometimes it's very tricky. You can always turn the gun upside down and it seems to drop in a little easier. Take your finger, push the rod down. Now on the cage itself, you'll notice a groove in the top end. The medium-sized O-ring goes in the groove. Once again, just a little bit of grease. Slide this over top of the pin with the O-ring side up. Now you need to reseat this. It does make like a little snap when it has seated. Take a punch that has a fairly wide head on it so you don't damage the seat. Put it in. Push down and you will feel it pop. Now that that's in, this little metal seat has the O-ring. That's the smallest O-ring, has to be put on. And a little more grease. Now to get this to sit proper, I have found that in the past that you take the spring, and the spring doesn't matter which side goes down, you drop that seat inside the spring, turn the gun upside down, and push it in. You can lay it down, it's not going to go anywhere. One more O-ring, that goes on the cap. Now, you may or may not want to grease that. It's entirely up to yourself. This seals, it doesn't really need to be greased. Turn it in with your fingers as far as it'll go. And then take your wrench and finish it off. Just has to be snug, not over tight. If you over tighten it, you can break the housing. Hand tight, and you're done. Check to make sure the trigger returns back down. Also take a look inside this area to make sure that the pin comes back down. If it does, you correctly rebuilt the gun. Okay, now that we've taken care of this and you've tested it and make sure it works, you may find that you may have a problem with your spray pattern. So, the other end, we have two parts that need to be replaced. What happens to this end is the water and chemical will wear marks into here and it will destroy your pattern. So, what we're going to do is take two small adjustable wrenches, hold on to the one that's closest to the body, the barrel, and push, loosen the cap nut. Once we've got that off, like I said, there's only two simple little parts. It's the nozzle, and if you take a look, you will see a hole here, and it does actually abrasion happens on the end of that nozzle. Also inside here is a check valve. It's got a spring and a ball in it. What it does is once you've closed the trigger, it does not allow any fluid to contaminate someplace you don't want the spray put. So we'll just get the new check valve and the new nozzle. Check valve can only go in one way, as well as the nozzle sits one way in the cap. Now it doesn't lock in to place. It can actually turn around any direction. So when tightening it up, I recommend that you take it finger tight, back it off a little bit because this has gone too far. Turn it just a little bit past flat center, snug it back up, put your wrench back on, take the other wrench, push in the opposite way, snug it up, and you see that it will move and it will become flat to where you need it. Is completely doing the whole Lawnjet gun.